That's true. That's true.
From Charlottesville and
Hey, thanks again for joining us.
Betty locked down
We are getting ready for what game are we even on now?
Game 35?
Game 4. It's only Game 4.
Color cranberry.
Massachusetts versus Virginia. Joining me at the broadcast table is KVD. Hello, KVD.
Hello, everybody.
And then I have beautiful Banshee. Banshee, how are you?
Oh, hey, it's good to be here, Chad.
I'm super excited to have both of you guys here because I love your teams all so very much. So I'm pretty psyched about this. So I'll probably fangirl out over here.
Number 777 from Boston.
So if you guys want to announce the teams, you guys get the mic. It's all yours now.
Would you care to tell? Oh, okay.
Ladies first, absolutely.
May I present to you Team Massachusetts, number 2, Pena Colada, repping Western Mass Roller Derby. Number 4, Coltascaro from Boston Roller Derby. Number 12, Varla Guns from Providence Roller Derby. Hi, Mama Guns. Number 33, R2 from Boston Roller Derby. Number 42, Flying King, also with Boston Roller Derby. 109, Bella LeBrawl from Pioneer Valley Roller Derby. 134, 5 Penny, Boston Roller Derby. 207, Juliette Lewis from Boston Roller Derby. 300, Hard Times, Boston Roller Derby. Number 419, Kiltrosity from my alma mater, Mass Attack Roller Derby. Number 999, Rammy Lammy with the Western Mass Roller Derby Furies. And 2787, Dorcas Maximus of Mass Attack.
We were talking a little bit before the game.
So let me go ahead and introduce Virginia. We've got number 1, Psycho Joia from New River Valley Roller Girls. Number 17, Raven Darkhold from Charm City. We have 22, Country Jam from River City Roller Girls. Number 40, 40-ounce Bounce from Charlottesville Derby Dames. Also from Charlottesville Derby Dames, we have number 41, Lilu Dallas Multi-Smash. That's fantastic. We got number 47, Skate Monster from Charm City Roller Girls. Number 65, T-Rex Ya Face from Dominion Derby Girls. Number 77, Spank Puncherella from Charlottesville Derby Dames. Number 82, Lapper from Charm City Roller Girls. We have 89, Arrakis from New River Valley Roller Girls. Number 95, Machete from Charlottesville Derby Dames. Number 138, the Big Bangarang from Charlottesville Derby Dames. There's a lot of Charlottesville here. We have 305, Miami Beatbox from Philly Roller Derby. Number 911, Speed Junkie from the Charlottesville Derby Dames. And number 1870, Betty Lockdown from New River Valley Roller Girls.
Nice job, guys. Apologize in advance for the ridiculousness of this. We have in-house announcer speakers that it sounds great here, but the speakers are right behind us. We're going to start.
It's Miami Beatbox.
Play-by-play in color, man. That's up to you guys. Tell me what's going on.
Well, in red, up front, Team Massachusetts, we've got Dorcas Maximus, along with R2 Detonate. Actually, R2 just went to the penalty box, didn't catch that call.
Beatbox is taking lead jammer for Team Virginia and calls it off.
Pack was picking up some speed there.
Nice job there putting the points on the board. That's going to be a 4-point jam to start us off for Virginia. And did you see the wall work in the back? The black wall in the back of the
4 points up there for Team Virginia. We're going to be leading 4-0 after the first jam, first period.
Everybody came together and just forced the call, made it.
Now I want you to I want you to take notes on all this, so you guys can start doing this down at 540.
That's fine. Can you bring some internet to us? That'd be fantastic.
I'll bottle some of my internet up and ship it down.
I like it. See, that's fantastic.
That's a lovely gift.
Off to the races, hop, skipping, and jumping.
Country Jam from River City Roller Girls, formerly of 540. Lead jammer, hop, skip, and a jump.
Penalties coming. That's
gone.
1 apiece, 2 apiece now.
Varla Guns of Team Massachusetts battling through the Team Virginia defense, and she breaks through, but is not lead jammer.
She's having a heck of a time in Massachusetts wall here. She gets through, puts a
Get the points and get out of there. Another 4 spot.
Looks like 4 points and then calls it off.
Quick 8-0 lead for Virginia over Massachusetts, Gretchen.
Good job from the blockers on Mass.
Defensive work holding Virginia to 4 points on that one. 14 Massachusetts up next. Now on the jam line is Flying King, and they will be jamming against Spank Puncharella out of Charlottesville.
Not to be partial, but I adore watching Kings skate because their skill as far as footwork is just amazing.
I think the flying aspect of it really is very appropriate.
Everybody having a tough time right now.
Oh, they fly. And
King says, yeah, I don't think so.
King flies right around that outside, picking up lead. Meanwhile,
Fantastic
77, the jammer
there.
for Virginia, met a fierce wall, but out of play.
Flying King very, very quick.
Puncharella doing what she can to try to get back around,
Punch
but
goes running in, and King's able to call that one off before
big or
more
go
damage
home.
can be done.
Yeah.
So good job there by
absolutely
Flying King.
no
Holding
care
off
for her own
Virginia's
well-being
attack
on
and
that
put a
one,
point
but
on
she
the board.
stopped, and that's what matters.
Indeed. As I say, the floor is always there to catch you.
That's the truth.
We want to say thanks to 187 Killer Pads. They are here. They got helmets,
Is it
pro knee
beatbox?
pads, fly knee
I think jamming for
pads, elbow
Virginia,
pads, wrist
from
guards,
what I can see.
all that
So
safety
you'll
stuff.
notice in the infield, you'll have an NSO
LeBron
hold
at
up
the jammer
a
strike,
dry erase
shield
board
starting.
for the scorekeeper.
She's going to do it from a deficit. Miami beatbox explodes through the line. Nice
Nice
try
and
there.
fancy
Nothing
here.
doing a big hit.
That's
Beatbox
Bell-
does, she is
And
the
a
jammer,
track
she's the
cut
lead
penalty
jammer
to come
too.
down. Bella LeBron will take a seat. That track cut caused by Machete.
Wow, from the outside to the inside, from turn 1 to turn 2, puts up 5 points.
Going strong, Miami beatbox, load down and ready to roll.
And that's Dorcas Maximus, Kiltrosity, I believe 5 Penny, and Hard Times up front,
For Virginia, everything going
doing
for
their
the
part
ladies
to
in black
stop
right
Virginia's
now.
jammer, however, to no avail.
5 point
Another
pass there,
5
so another
points there
5-pointer on the
for
board, the
Beatbox.
biggest jam of this early game.
I haven't
10
seen her
points
play in a
and
couple
counting
seasons
for
now.
Miami
It's always
Beatbox with an
fantastic to watch her.
opportunity here. 3 up front, make it 4. Nice job recycling, bringing that fourth attacker. The scrum ensues.
Once again, Mass's
Our
blockers
jam comes
just
to its
giving the
conclusion.
business to Team Virginia.
One-on-one at turn number 4,
Taking
and T-Rex your face does
Jared
the
Jammer
work.
to the rear of the pack.
Outside turn number 4.
Bell
and
LeBron
around
also
and around
battling
and
the
around,
Virginia
all the way
defense.
back to the midline and straightaway number 2.
Beatbox gets a little bit in
Miami
here
Beatbox, an
and
opportunity to
does
sneak
get
out.
through. Another
Took her a little
5
longer
points
than
for
she
Team
would have liked.
Virginia.
Out she is with another 5-point pass. That is a
Didn't catch the
15-point
call,
jam
but
for
Dorcas
Virginia.
Maximus is spending some time in the penalty box. And it appears we have had a star pass to Hard
Stutzman
Times.
pass to Hard Times, jammer of record now. That'll force
Quick
a
call from Miami Beatbox.
Virginia jumping out early, less than 5 minutes elapsed so far, 27
The
to
Country
1.
Jam's going to be wearing the star
We
for Team
wanna thank
Virginia.
Turnaround Skates for sponsoring today's event as well. Roller skates, protective gear, and apparel.
Lining up for Team S, we've got
Skates
R2,
up on the
Pena
jam
Colada,
line
and I
for
believe that is Hook.
Massachusetts. It is Remy Lammy.
Remy Lammy jamming for Team Mass. The thing I love about watching her skate, you'll notice as she goes around the trek, she always has a smile on her face.
Nice big walls. Both teams doing a phenomenal job of shutting the door on these jammers. I mean, just
She's trying to find a hole. She makes her own. Takes the lead jammer one more time. Second time already in this bout.
We got ourselves a foot race. Country Jam in front. Ramy Levy coming right in behind her, going to give chase. Now that's a big collision there. There's
Yeah, a
4
little
car
bit of a
pile
pileup.
A back block penalty is going
called
to
it
come.
off, but-
That's going to go against a Country Jam. She'll take a
Oh,
seat.
back
That
block
jam
on
did
Country.
get whistled dead. So put a point or 2 on the board for Virginia. It's a 2
Thankfully
spot for
called
them
after,
and the penalty.
Well,
After the
that
jam was called off.
power start
Well, thankfully for her, I should say.
Massachusetts.
I did ask
Although,
Ramy if she could
then
try
again,
to
they
keep
probably
any
would have wanted a power
leaping
jam to continue
or
to roll.
acrobatics. If she could just kind of keep that here to turn 1 and turn 2, where we get a good vantage point.
We should make that a rule for everybody.
I told, frowns and sad faces, other end of the track where we can't see that.
Chad, that's very specific.
Yeah.
But they're fine. They're professionals. They're good.
Yeah.
So on page 12 of your booklet, you'll find some of the sponsors that have helped get this
Those of you out there, if you're feeling a little
tournament
hungry, a little peckish,
on the books.
go on outside.
Oh,
check out
hello.
the
Give
trucks.
them some
You
thanks.
will be happy that you did.
Yes,
And they're brought to
I don't
you
know if
by
any of you have
the
experienced the food
Conspiracy.
trucks
Speaking of
here
thank
at
you,
the
make
venue,
sure that you say
but
thanks to,
Battle of the All-Stars
Representative,
food trucks are
Buck
provided by the
Spot
Conspiracy
Derby
food
Dolls
truck
as well. These
rotations,
Buck Spot
catering,
ladies
commissary,
have
and
gone
promotion
out of
services.
their way
You can reach them at
to make sure that the
215-783-5710.
Battle of the
I've
All-Stars
already
is
experienced
ongoing,
the Lavender
excellent,
Bakery out there, and they have some
top-notch roller
yummy
derby
eats, and
tournament.
I believe there was
boy,
also
you
breakfast,
know how you
and
can
there's
thank
another
them
truck
also
out there that
at
has
5 o'clock?
hummus, so
You
I'm
can
hitting
thank
that
them
later.
by going over
That sounds
and buying
fantastic. I
Yes.
just got into
big
town here, so I'm going to have to hit that up
20-ounce
after the next one.
Absolutely.
Beer is free.
Got to keep
All
our
you gotta
energy up
do
while announcing.
is
That's
buy
the truth.
mug. I mean, you can get a little piddly 4-ounce
Here we are.
cup
Still looks
for
like the
free. Who's gonna
NSO's
do
showing us
that,
how to
right?
use some dumbbells, so we've still got a little bit of time here.
No,
We've got one of our
no, you
sponsors
wanna
here
get
is
the big cup that
187
says
Killer
Buck Spot
Pads.
on it,
They
and
do
that way
everything.
you're
You should
supporting
definitely know who they
the
are.
folks
If
who
not,
are
you're using the wrong
helping
stuff.
make this
Seriously,
tournament
that's not what it
such a
says here, but that's
success.
the
Thank you
truth. Both my
very
home
much,
leagues
Buck
use
Spot,
almost everybody
and,
exclusively
we
187
will be
pads.
back to the action very shortly. What are you
Yes, I
seeing
have
so
the
far?
the 187 Pro Derby knee
Well, you know,
pads,
again,
and
we're
they are
seeing some of that
fantastic.
power play
So
action. We're seeing some of
they are
that,
like
that
falling on
really
pillows.
strong derby on both ends.
And while we have a
Very
moment,
nice
I'd
wall
also
work,
like to
both
point out
sides.
that we are sponsored by
Jammers
MOTA,
moving quickly through the
specializing in
pack, finding
inline
those
and quad
openings and
components.
really
MOTA,
being
the
able to
skaters
get through it.
company.
Again, it's
Also,
so early. It's
MVP
hard to say
team
what
gear,
I'm seeing
custom
yet, 'cause
team
we're
and corporate
2 minutes
apparel,
in,
screen
but
printing,
2 minutes
embroidery,
in,
and
we got a
sublimation.
27-point lead. Virginia's
I think
opened up.
Moda's down here in the back corner.
They are. We have an excellent vendor village here at Battle of the All-Stars. I do believe that House of Smithereens and the LuLaRoe clothing company, specializing in women's skirts, dresses, and leggings, is over there too.
One would think that as soon as the
Quite the assortment, so go spend your money.
Absolutely.
I'll never make it over there. I can't really leave like the vicinity of the table. There's like a leash.
It's like an electric fence. It holds you back.
Actually, everything's really low tech with us, so it is actually a dog collar.
Oh.
It's a shot collar.
Uh-oh.
It's just got a picture of a lightning bolt on it to make you think it's an electric fence.
Right.
I operate on the same budget, I understand. By the way, if you need graphic design, derby kits, custom sublimated sports uniforms, team merch, screen printed apparel, there's also QOTSB, another one of the sponsors here for this tournament.
Do you know what that stands for? It's Queen of the Sin Bin, also known as Penalty Box. Fun one, right? That's a great abbreviation.
Absolutely. I didn't know that was an abbreviation. Nice.
I know. I found out earlier too.
I say good. Otherwise, I just outed myself as a third-year announcer.
No.
Next, after this one, Ohio.
Oh, here we go. This will be fantastic.
New York
And I'll throw this out to an unnamed skater from Southern Maryland Roller Derby, but she'll know who she is. Get the funk out. Seriously, Sweat X Sport Detergent removes and eliminates 99% of the bacteria embedded in activewear. There is definitely a skater who knows who I'm talking about.
Wow, way to call her out.
Wow. No, it's fine. It's fine. She knows. She owns
shall
it.
remain nameless.
But yes, Sweat X, get the funk out.
Evidently, we're not going to get a whole lot of information about what the heck's going on here, but
It appears that
Jammerless Derby,
Team
we'll figure
Mass
it out.
has
Evidently, both
headed
jammers are going to be
behind Team Virginia.
inches apart
And
from
this
one
is a
another.
very unique situation where both jammers were in the penalty box, which means that the jam does actually start and then they get released. It's only the second time I've ever seen it.
And a hard hit from the Virginia defense on Ramy Lamy, and they are extending all the way back to turn 4.
Turn number 3 before she can
Turn 3, I'm sorry.
Country Jam's doing everything she can to get around. She hasn't even made it to R2 yet. Everything she can do is just to get past the first.
Huge 4-wall there, and they're going to get some help busting that open. Big Bangarang comes in and says, we'll make that 4
Between
3, and now a
Crew, Kill,
multiplayer
and
block penalty
R2,
against Massachusetts.
that is
That's gonna go
not a
against
fun
number
wall to have to
207.
fight.
Brilliant.
I may have
Lewis,
experienced
she'll
it a
take
few
the seat.
times.
Country Jam does make it through, takes
Just a
lead
minute.
jammer.
We have a lead jammer.
Anybody who can stop Country, that's impressive. Country's actually the one who got me into roller derby when she used to be on 540, and so I've been following her career since then. Just like that apex jump in turn 2. She's insane.
Impressive.
I'll take 5 points, please.
5 points for Team Virginia.
Out through the briar patch, hop, skip,
And
jump,
R2 is
gone.
taken to the back
Right
of
back
the
into the
pack.
fray.
That
Comes
is
up
by
against a big
40.
three-ball, 2 now running.
I do believe that is bouncy.
5-point pass keeps it rolling.
Country Jam with another 5-point pass here.
Plus 5 is 39-2.
Some great recycling, extending back.
Little uncertainties there.
Coltascaro.
Country Jam trying to figure out where she's eligible
Along
to
with
play.
Crew
She
and
shows back
Kill.
into the back just to be on the safe side. Both jammers coming at it.
We had
from
a
the
star
very,
pass to
very
R2.
back of the pack. Big black wall up front. Big red wall locked down tight in the back of
Looks
the
like
pack.
that may have worked out in their
2
favor,
on
but
1.
Virginia's giving them a
They're gonna be
little bit of
battling
trouble.
and finally gets forced down to play a 5-point pass.
Machete's
coming Country
knocked out.
Jam, and she'll call that jam off right there, Gretchen.
There we go. Country calls it off, secures the points.
Big outburst there by
Looks like it's going to bring us to 44 for Virginia, 2 for Massachusetts.
Penalty box.
Still got some time here.
Empty. We've got 5-on-5 derby.
And
as
period
the
lots
next
of time.
Jam
And for those joining
gets
us a
ready
few
to
minutes in,
start. Marla
Team Massachusetts
Guns
is in
for
red
the
and Team Virginia is in black.
All-Stars. And it's Skate Monster wearing the star for Virginia.
All right, so apparently it's Skate Monster wearing the star for
We go
Virginia.
back to it, black in the back, red up front.
Getting some help from our fellow announcers here in the arena side.
Skate Monster.
Always handy if you can't see
3-1.
it.
That's the truth.
And 2 and 3, 1 to beat at the top of the line.
5 Penny working
Out
on
of
Skate
play
Monster.
on the other side.
She does
for
break through,
Marla
takes the
Guns.
lead
She's
jammer.
back in, but lead jammer status collected
Paula
and
Guns
earned by Virginia.
breaking through that
Skate
pack.
Monster in control
She's
of
not
things.
lead, but
Hard
that
times
doesn't
with an
stop her
opportunity
one
there.
bit.
Of course, trying to play, could not get there quite in time, had the hip out, could not make the contact, so Marla Guns gets out.
Pivot maybe.
4-point
Peacock's
pass,
trying to call the pack back
Put the points
together,
on
but
the
it's
board,
called
but that
off with
30-second clock
4
tick
points
away.
for Team Virginia.
And
And
timeout
it appears we
being
have a
called
team
by
timeout for
Richard
Team
Stryker,
Massachusetts,
the
called by
Massachusetts
Stryker.
All-Stars. Seeing something and probably going to make some adjustments now.
And Stryker is their
Plenty of time.
coach, and we have
Not
Austin
even
8,
10
who
minutes
is
gone
their
by
bench
in this
manager.
one so far. What I'm seeing also in the early going is Virginia owning the lines, owning the inside, and they're
So now that we are, you know,
and when you,
We're a
when
couple
you
of
can do that
games in.
effectively,
Just a few.
Let's take a look at our
quiet
bracket.
for a second. But when you can do
Yes.
that effectively,
It's already
you can
starting
put up
to take
points
shape.
and you can hold off the other team, and that's
So
exactly
West
what's
Virginia
happening
and Ohio.
right now. We
Ohio
also
really
want to
dominated, came
thank
out with a big
a
win.
few more of our
We're going to play
sponsors
the next game,
for,
Ohio
this
versus New York.
weekend.
That should be a
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
astounding
How
game.
about,
Yes.
Sweat X Sports?
Maryland
Get the funk
handled
out of
Maine
here.
pretty well, so
Yeah,
Maryland will
they're
face
over in
either
the
the winner
corner,
of the winner between
behind
Ohio
turn
or
number
New York.
3, and they got spray bottles. They got
We've
white,
got our first loser
little,
bracket.
handy
We'll see that
wipes
this
and stuff
afternoon as well,
with
Maine
their
versus New Jersey.
patented, deodorizer.
And
They
the way
say
this bracket works,
neutralizes or
once you
actually
drop
kills
down to the loser
over
bracket, the
99%
highest you
of
can
the
go is third place.
bacteria that may accumulate
So the
in your
winner's bracket will
activewear.
determine
So,
first
that's
and
something you
second
definitely
place.
want to check out. Okay, Flying King on the jam line.
Looks like
for
unfortunately while I was on the road,
for
I missed a couple
Massachusetts.
really
It's
good
one of
bouts
those
here. I did
four
catch
syllable
game
words.
3, at least the tail end of it. Maryland just, wow.
Eric is on the other side and
Nice
out.
apex jump there.
Gone.
Number 42 from Mass.
Big opportunity here. But I'll tell you what, talk about a foot race coming.
Yeah,
Eric
Radcliffe is wearing the
head
star
on a
for
swivel,
Virginia.
looking
Nice.
around. Where is Flying King?
42, that is Flying King.
Found him.
The
Hit
jam
it, quit
is
it, put the
called
4 on the
before
board,
the
and
King
call
can
it off.
emerge.
Let me tell you something. While I have 30 seconds to do it, if Sweat X Sports can get the funk out of David's gear, I mean, he doesn't skate.
Well, I guess that's being called out right
If
there.
they can
Oh,
get the
my.
funk out of what he wears,
It's like we have the
he can do
fourth
it all. I'm
announcer.
telling you.
That's past to Mike. he's from South Carolina, and he's pretty
Yeah,
wonderful.
I got to work with Pasta earlier today. It was pretty awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to the action
But that
now.
is the loud, booming voice you hear behind
It's
us.
Bella LeBron for
Is that the voice of announcer God?
Massachusetts.
I don't know.
Who
And
is
going
this wearing the
low,
star for Virginia? I
Spank
can't
Poncherella
see because of all the action going on. Oh my God.
Virginia.
Well,
Bella
oh,
LeBron
Spank, okay.
out in front. This is what
In case you
Massachusetts
missed it, that
wants.
was Bella LeBron taking that inside
Currently,
line,
Spank
slicing through it like
Poncherella
butter.
fighting that Massachusetts four wall. Bella
my.
LeBron
cutting to the outside.
Getting fast.
Hard
getting
Times just
physical.
says
That's a
Spank's number
5-point
here.
Pass for Bella LeBron.
Attempted star pass, but Machete's on the outside. Cannot do it.
When you saw there too, Virginia spread themselves pretty doggone thin back behind the
Team
action
Mass
as well.
laying
As they're
into
trying to put
punch.
that,
We have a
as
track
they're trying
cut.
to put that defense back here in the back of the pack, they had
Track
two
cut against Mass, so we're gonna have a power
coming out
jam.
to try and lock down
Much
the
needed for
action
Spank here.
With Bella LeBron, they did. Track cut penalty is going to send
Not
her
the
to
lead
the
jammer,
box.
but she's going to try to capitalize on this. Got just under 30 seconds now.
5-0 run to start the jam, and now Virginia.
Team
up with
Virginia
that
trying
power
to
start
trap
opportunity.
Hook
There
at the
it
back of
is.
the pack.
Punch with a little spin move.
4
puts up
points
4.
there.
Massachusetts with the distinct.
Oh, looks like 4 punches with a no pass, no
Skaters
penalty.
on the
Okay.
track. R2 and Pena Colada trying to hold off Spank Puncharella.
That is a forceful two-wall of R2 and Pena.
And punch
very
will not
strong.
be denied unless
That
you
power
force
jam
her out
is
of play.
over.
She's going to keep on coming up on the toe stops and moving down there.
Not
in the
without
second or third turn.
R2 and Pena
Whistles
stringing
blow, we
punch
didn't
to
catch
the back
call,
of
but
the
it's going to
pack.
be a penalty coming against
Smart move on their part.
Massachusetts. That one is going to go against R2. She'll take a seat.
It does look like
they're gonna
R2
jump
went
out,
off
grabs
to
her
the
points,
penalty
though.
box.
There you go. There's that
on
box spot she was looking
but
for.
she is the only
Bella
one,
LeBron just took
meaning
the,
that Mass
little,
has 3 blockers
rest
on the track
stop
once
in
again.
the penalty box, came right back at it, and Massachusetts.
Well, the way they played that
defense
jam, it looks like they only
shutting
needed one.
down. Spank Puncharella in that
Fantastic
jam. She
showing
does get
from the
4
blockers
points,
here
but
in
Bella
Mass.
LeBron getting
Check
the
that out.
best
Rami
of
Lammy
it.
doing her
Miami
part to
beatbox
cover
now,
a
ready
large
to go
section
for
of
Virginia
the
against
jammer line.
Rami Lammy for
Of
the
course, with an
Massachusetts
ear-to-ear
All-Stars.
grin.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
got to be honest with you. I thought Dorcas Maximus and Bouncy were going to go like sliding head first
Okay.
into position,
In the
fighting
pack
for
for
that
Team
position
Mass,
at
we've
the
got Dorcas
back.
Maximus,
Both
5
teams
Penny,
very
and I
seriously
do
wanted to be in the back
believe
of the
that is
pack, and
Crew.
Bouncy
Juliette
just
Lewis,
threw that backside
with
out
an
and said,
inside
I'm
line
not letting you
hit.
buy me.
Miami Beatbox almost
Yeah.
got through.
Miami Beatbox gets lead jam, but then
taking her
gets
back.
bounced out into the infield.
But they
She's
can't
going
hold her
to
back, but
reclaim
she
her
pops an
position.
apex jump,
Nice
gets
work,
right by on
Miami
that inside
Beatbox.
line.
Had plenty of coffee this
Big lead
morning.
jammer
She
one more
is
time
a
here for
high
Team
energy
Virginia.
skater.
It's
Meanwhile,
Bouncy.
back at the ridge,
Call her for
cutting
something.
the track
She was looking
is
for a
called
track cut.
Rami Lammy power jam.
Oh,
The T-Rex your
Virginia.
face.
Yeah, you can credit
there
that
with her,
power
big
jam
bangerang,
right there to
and
Bouncy, who forced Miami out
I
of play
can't
there
see.
in turn number 2,
Oh, Psycho Julia.
and then
There we go.
hightailed it back to the
The 4-wall currently for Team
Yelling,
Virginia.
screaming, jumping up and down,
And
track,
Bouncy
track,
did
track,
win
and she finally
her
got the
track
call,
cut
so there
call,
you go. The
sending
power
Rami
jam
Lammy
ensues.
to the
It's a
box.
5-0
Per
start
the
for
referees, of
Virginia.
course.
Miami Beatbox in control
Means
of
we
the
have a
power
power jam here.
Lammy 6. One-on-one, chest to chest, brutal strength is going forward. Gets a little bit of help now as the pack starts to move together.
R2 and Dorcas doing what they can to hold her back to no avail.
5 high. The thumb wiggle says that's a
5
5
points there for Team Virginia as the power jam ends.
Our jam is over. Rami Lammy hitting the pack hard, hitting the pack harder though.
Nice
is
breakthrough
Miami
there
Beatbox
from
4.
Miami Beatbox.
Showing no signs of slowing down. Miami Beatbox is on a mission. Through the back now on an initial is Rami Lammy.
Looks like
Direction of gameplay. is
T-Rex your
the
face
call
sent to the penalty
on
box here.
Virginia.
Did not see what that one was.
Call off that jam. Wow, a lot of action in that one. Skating officials for this game are Ref of Ice and Matthew Blessing.
And apparently
John Dilks,
she's going to be
head referee.
joined.
Dogfish Hunter.
By Miami
Team
Beatbox.
X, Rhea Copa,
That leaves Team Mass and Varla
Whistle
Guns with a
be
power start.
painful.
We have a full line of blockers on
We've
Team
got
Mass.
a power start.
These are the
for
kind of moments that change the
Massachusetts.
entire bout.
Indeed. With just that little bit of
It's
offense
Varla
and a power
Guns.
jam scenario,
Boy, nothing coming
could
easy
be
up at the
quite
front of
beneficial
that
to Team Massachusetts.
pack, but nice spin move. Varla Guns out in front. In
As you can hear,
charge.
lead jam goes to Varla Guns.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, Lilu and Big Bangarang doing work there at the top
Like a
of
fourth
turn
and
number
fifth
11.
announcer with us. It's fantastic.
Varla Guns
She
just
is
worked
swept
her
to
way
the
right on through.
outside,
I mean,
going to
fantastic
the back
job
of the
to
pack
power
for Team
her way
Mass.
through. Now she's gotten resumed back in.
Virginia
and
defense
reabsorbed
trying
back
to
in the
say
back.
she
Just
shall
as
not
Miami
pass.
Beatbox makes contact with the
The
back
Guns
of the
keeps
pack.
fighting.
She's looking for a hole and finds it. Are you kidding me? Flies through
Putting
that
the star
lid,
back
shaking
on.
the
That's
arm,
Miami
right away
Beatbox
she goes.
finally getting through on her
Out to the
first
races.
pass.
We'll see what she can do with it.
Now this power jam is over.
And Miami beatbox in a battle, and that'll get called off a 4-0 pass.
Interesting thing about the audio we have. Earlier today on our first broadcast, we had no audio.
Oh, yes.
So this is, we're going rail to rail here today.
There's been a progression. We had no sound. All of a sudden, the microphone cut for the house. And somehow they figured it out, maybe about a half hour, 20 minutes to a half hour in. Sound came back, was a little spotty.
So we go from no sound to all the sound.
All the sound.
All of it.
All of it.
Well, there was also a 5-second lapse when a speaker was unplugged in the ref locker room. But then they realized it cut out the house sound, so they fixed it.
Team Virginia here. That is Skate Monster taking lead jammer. Breaks through, calls it off. 4 points there.
It's going to count right now for Massachusetts in the second half of this first half. Really going to have to do a job there working to get those lead jammer
Looks like we are
opportunities.
sitting in Massachusetts 18, Virginia 81. 13 minutes just over. 13 minutes left in the first half.
Really the story of the game so far has been that lead jammer status.
It's been an interesting mix of jams. There's been several that have just been like that one, over nice and quick, and several that have gone the distance. I was kind of expecting a fast game after the first one, but there's some good strategy here.
You never can tell. Roller derby is similar to monster trucks. You pay for the whole seat, you only need the edge. Yeah, I borrowed that from Monster Truck Guy. I like it.
Doesn't matter. That's fantastic. Looks like a rat kiss wearing the star for Team Virginia, trying to get through. Ratkis is another player I've watched for a couple years. He takes the lead jammer. She's phenomenal.
It looks like we have from Bella LeBrawl a panty stash. Sorry, helmet cover stash.
Nice job. Junkie comes in.
Hard times going in for the pass.
Again, now she'll get the forearm penalty there.
Forearm call on number 138 for Virginia.
Big bangerang. 30 seconds to think about what she did.
I love her name, by the way. I happen to have a pet bunny whose name is Bangerang. So
Oh, that's fantastic.
it's pretty awesome, and it's a shout to the movie Hook. Oh, and Bella LeBrawl taken to the inside line. Hopefully no one's hurt. That looked painful.
It's going to be called on Bella LeBrawl. Power jam for
Same thing when
Virginia.
we got up.
With the cut call on Bella LeBrawl.
Ratkis getting recycled all the way back, losing 2 turns here almost in position. And barely stays in on the inside line. Turn 2 puts up 5 points for Team Virginia and calls it off.
So you hate that call. I know I hate that call, but it's the right call.
That's
If you say so, Pastor Mike.
contact game, and
Preach.
We could actually do like a drinking game. Every time Pastor Mike says something.
Every time you hear Pass the Mic over us, take a drink at home. It can be water. We're not necessarily saying what you have to drink. Just drink.
I think for the safety of everyone at home, please don't drink alcohol every time he talks.
That's true. Especially while most of you are probably at work, but it's fine.
Well,
That's right. It's Friday.
With respect to Team Massachusetts, I highly recommend Polar Seltzer. So, no, they didn't sponsor. I'm just hooked on it. All right, back to the track. We've got a wall of Crulia Lewis, Rami Lammy, and Pena Colida taking our black jammer to the back of the pack. That is Machete.
Blockers for Virginia. Each took one player.
Looks like we have Bella LeBrawl coming up on the pack. A little bit of speed there. Bit of a pileup with our blockers, too. We know that happens.
Taken out, and Virginia's going to bridge back.
Ooh, Machete cutting through on that inside line.
Another 5 points there for Virginia.
This is signaled by Ria Culpa. He's our inside pack rep. Oh, bouncy with a smile.
She's in the box. Another penalty coming. That was going against
We had a star pass to Rami Lammy
A 4-on-2 opportunity now
for Team Massachusetts.
Maybe on the inside, right past Psycho Joia.
Just a little.
Virginia has 2 blockers in the box right now. Hopefully, Lammy can use this to her advantage and add to that scoreboard for Team Mass.
Machete does get past, puts up another 4 points.
And here she comes. Machete looking for more.
Five Penny, Bella LeBron, and crew doing their part to hold back Machete. Machete does a quick little mohawk, gets around.
Raven slides back in.
And Machete calls off the jam.
Called off there, nothing doing on the last. Fantastic start and a fast finish.
All right, Ramy Lammy's still smiling. We love it because Derby is fun.
I don't think she stops smiling.
No, she doesn't. And
I think if she does, then there's a problem coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know something is horribly wrong.
I believe I saw her right before she ducked down in her signature stance before she starts. It looks like Country Jam wearing the star for Team Virginia.
And I think that's Varla Guns hiding back there, but I could be wrong. Oh, that is Guns up against Country Jam.
Country Jam.
We have Hook along with Hard Times and that 3-wall.
Wearing the star for
Hard
Massachusetts.
Times knocked the Country out on that one. Wow.
Oh, and a cutting the track call.
That's a
going against
forearm
Varla.
call on Varla
Oh,
Guns.
it's a forearm. My bad.
So we've got Speed Junkie, we've got T-Rex Your Face.
Country Jam on a scoring pass now for Virginia.
Scaro, Hard Times, and Pena Colada doing their part to string out
The
and
real
extend
damage
the
there was
pack.
it was just past the point of no return when she was called for it, so she has to take an entire lap around. So it's that extended penalty time that's going to give an opportunity for Country Jam to get in, get out, get through.
There we
get
go.
the
It's
points
Lulu
and
and Big
recycle.
Bangerang to fill out the
Does
four
so
wall of
there.
this one.
Climb back
Country Jam
in
was
behind
taken
a
to
big
the
four wall.
outside by Pena Colada, popped right back up, got in there and
Hitting home
passed.
for her team. Working her way on through. She'll take all 5
Five-star
points.
pass there for Country Jam.
Both walls forming up, waiting.
Guns released from the penalty box with the panty stash.
Both jammers now locked in
Trying to
tight
crack
behind
through that Virginia
beautifully
wall.
run 4 walls that are about to blast right into each other, and skaters are kicking their teammates.
One of the main things about these tournaments that's so fantastic is being able to see skaters that you've heard of but never actually seen, like Speed Junkie. She actually came to 540 last season to help teach and coach. I've never actually gotten a chance to see her play. This is fantastic. Now I see why she's coaching.
Indeed, it clearly does the team well.
The size of Las Vegas.
Oh, Junkie takes Varla Guns to the outside. So she gets a no pass, no penalty.
Country almost took this one the distance there, calling it off with 16 seconds left in the jam. Wow.
And as you can see, we do have a score update: 133 Team Virginia to 26 Team Massachusetts.
Clothing over in the corner there. Check them out. Beautiful skirts, dresses, leggings, etc.
And there's a fight in the penalty box between one of the skaters and our camera. Sorry about that. Apparently the camera won. It's still there.
Still there, man. It's still there.
Okay, it appears we do have an official review called by Team Virginia.
There we go. International sign of the cheeseburger.
Yes. KBD is referring to the official review that has been called. It's signaled by the NSO on the pivot line by putting one's hands together as if you're grasping a cheeseburger.
Although there was a penalty called late that looked a little confusing. I didn't see the hand signal. I heard the whistle.
Since we have a moment,
Oh, yes.
I'd like to talk to you about a couple of our sponsors. Turnaround Skates, roller skates, protective gear, and apparel. They're also here in our vendor village, so feel free to stop by and see them. Also, Apex Skate Shop is the official sponsor of the Pennsylvania All-Stars. Roller derby sports equipment and apparel owned and operated by Kick Ash, Bourbon Tea, Slam, and Shutterfly.
Massachusetts and the Virginia skaters getting to know each other. It's one of the hallmarks of this event. Of course, this is the third
Okay, here at Battle of the All-Stars, we have a fantastic event coordinator puts it all together. That would be V-Diva. So thank you, V-Diva, for you and your team putting everything together.
Absolutely.
No, we know that this is a labor of love, and it's all based on volunteers.
It's one of the best parts about Derby in general. It's entirely volunteer. This is from the skaters to the NSOs, the refs, us as announcers, the people doing the film work here with Nerd Derby. It's Yeah, it's entirely volunteer.
Exactly. It's a wonderful collaborative with people from all walks of life. And especially our officials, whether skating or not, Team Zebra, I always say the team who always wins, the glittering dazzle that they are. We are sincerely appreciative of all that they do because without them, this game could not happen.
That's the
It's
truth.
funny, you make a good point. When you watch any other All-Star
It would happen,
game,
but with a lot more
another
penalties.
sport, and you're basically watching
It lot less
games
called.
that nobody really wants
It
to
would
be in.
not
You
be
want to
safe
avoid
because
Oh,
the priority is to play the game safely, gentlemen.
That's the truth.
I wouldn't suggest playing without refs.
No, that would harken us back to the early days pre-WFTDA,
First couple of games already.
I can,
the Wild West of roller derby.
I have a slew of referees that I'll at any given hour of the day, I'll send a message out and I'll say, hey, I need somebody to explain this rule to me. And I can count on, there's a handful I can count on to just like within minutes have the most detailed explanation possible.
Brian King at the stripe for Massachusetts.
There you go. Miami beatbox breaks through almost immediately.
Flying King is not far behind.
A lot of room to work with right now.
This jam is brought to you by the letter Speed.
Indeed.
Very wisely, get through, put up a few points, call that off.
Remy Lammy laying down on the jammer line.
I mean, that's one way of covering the spread, but I'm pretty sure that's a low block.
Well, that reminds me years ago seeing Yvette Work, who skates. I'm not sure if she's still skating with Charm, but I remember seeing a photo from a Charm game. She did a split on the jammer line.
Oh my.
Skills.
That is
Yes.
fantastic.
I will not try that.
No.
No, I still haven't gotten on skates since, we'll just say it was a long time ago. Middle school.
There are many things I can do on skates, and a split is not one of them. But back to our gym, we have Ramy Lammy fighting that Virginia defense. Crew keeping the pack together, watching with the bridge. And it looks like Arrakis
yeah.
swept to the outside, almost coming in contact with the Nerd Derby table. That would be an adventure. She's driven to the back of the pack. Hard times. Crew taking her back once again with the help of Pena Colada.
Oh, I hope you saw that one at home. Ramy Lammy, one skate.
Yeah, she picks up a track cut. She is off to the penalty box, giving Team Virginia a power jam.
Oh, please tell me that face was caught on camera.
I can get part of that. I think we can get part of that.
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
We'll find out.
I know nothing of that face. We'll find out with a replay, right?
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see.
That's what we choose to use our replays for.
I don't know.
I like it. I'm with you.
No, we use the replay to review that sweet derby action. That's what.
Like the 5 points there for Arrakis. And still going for a star pass.
Okay, and that goes to Machete. Ramy Lammy is back on the track, going up against a 2-wall on Team Virginia.
That means this one's going to go the distance because we don't have a lead jammer now.
The full 2 minutes.
That's another 10 seconds left in this jam. 5 points up for Team Virginia.
Ramy Lammy taken to outside, manages to come right back in as a blocker that took her out, went out with her.
Yes, applause. You are correct. Earned those applause.
So she did. Ramy picked up the penalty, but the move in which she got there, I'm trying to figure out what's the.
It looked like she was about to go into a double axe handle, from what I remember.
Yeah, a double axe handle, triple salchow.
It was impressive to watch, regardless if that was a penalty or not.
Right, the extension of her leg and positioning on the 1 foot. Skills.
Moment to make sure everything's all right. Meanwhile, on the jam line,
I had the first tournament that I ever did any broadcasting for was All 8 on the Floor, and
Worcester.
down in Worcester, and it was was the first time I ever saw Rami play, and I'm like, holy, this kid is just insane.
Yeah. Was it with the Furies?
Yes, with the
Okay,
Furies.
yep.
And always, I think she had an orange. I don't know if she still has her orange mouth guard, but it's always you can see the whole mouth guard. She's
Yeah.
always smiling, always
Yes.
having a good time.
Fans do we have in the audience today?
Oh, they're driving up revving up the crowd.
A lot of Massachusetts fans there.
Massachusetts in the house. I'm sure there's plenty of Virginia in the house too.
Is a big part of roller derby around the world.
Okay, at this jam start, Team Mass has a 1 blocker in the box. That is Hard Times. Out on the track, blocking, we've got R2 along with Dorcas Maximus and Kiltrosity. But
Spank Control takes lead jammer there.
Punch scoots right by.
Going
Yeah.
to send Dorcas Maximus to the penalty box. Virginia in control again.
Yeah, nice opportunity there, but one-on-one with Raven at the top of the line.
Raven
Outsie's going to
doing everything she can to stop Guns from getting by.
Declan Hertzik was making sure everything's in place. That jam's going to get called
That got a
off right
little
there.
crazy out there. Lots
Not
of
before the damage had been
falling
done.
hits
Another
and
first foul on
penalties.
board for Virginia. 154-33 coming up on 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Derby.
Derby.
Yeah.
As I kept saying during the house call for Maine and Maryland, Derby is fun. It absolutely is, and it's great. Even when it's tough and it's kicking your ass, it's
Yeah.
a great time.
Massachusetts with 2 independent.
And not just as a skater, because I know there's a lot of people out there that might be watching this, listening to this, that can't skate for whatever reason, or
This one takes
you
on
just can't under the WIFTA rule set, the WFTDA rule set, sorry. But even as an announcer, it's been an amazing journey for the last 2 years. It's my 3rd season that we're starting, and it's changed me completely indelibly from the jump. There's NSOs, there's so many volunteer positions that you can do just to be a part of this and help bring Derby out there. I mean, it's the fastest growing sport.
It is. It really is.
We were on ESPN 3 this year.
I know.
That's sick.
It's a big deal.
I got to watch it out at a bar with friends. And what about? Anyway.
And that's-
Announcer goals, man.
Yeah.
Announcer goals.
Oh, someday.
Yes, we'll get there. Day one.
Yep.
High five.
Got it.
All right.
so Banshee, tell me what's this next season hold for you?
Oh, well, for me, I will be announcing at Siege of New York
Okay.
in Rome, New York, put on by Central New York Roller Derby. I'll also, to my knowledge, I am in talks to announce for Mass Attack's home season, so going May through September, I believe, and Coastal Chaos in Maine, put on by Rock Coast.
Kind of excited about that.
And I get to see Nerd Derby again at Coastal Chaos.
I'm pretty sure we're going to be there, yeah.
Yeah, so really looking forward to that. So hopefully Battle of Bunker Hill that Maelstrom's putting on in May as well. So, just got to wait for things to come together. But you put applications out and you wait to hear and
There you go.
hope that you are honored.
And KVD, how about you? What's going on?
Oh, what isn't? It's the Derby season that never ends. My last season kind of flew into this one. I think I took a month off. I think Coastal Chaos is definitely something that myself and the New Jersey Knight, my broadcast partner, are trying to get to. We've picked up so many leagues. I'm calling for Rocktown now. I'm helping train a new announcer in River City, which is where Country's from. 540, Southern Maryland, all over.
Whoa, just like that, Derby's happening again.
Fantastic, it does that. We've got Flying King out on the track. Who are we jamming against with
Country Jam. Blink and you'll miss her. She gets lead jammer almost immediately right before turn 1.
I know she disappeared quickly.
She's a teleporter.
Yes. I want those skills.
That ended so quick, I didn't even get to switch the camera at all. I lost my mouse for a second, and then the jam was over.
For Massachusetts now. Coltascaro jamming in her first appearance on the jam line.
So if you didn't
of this
catch
game,
Pastor Mike
she's
and
drawn Miami
Gretchen,
beatbox.
Gretchen is actually letting everybody know right now that it is Coltascaro's first opportunity to jam in this game. And she quickly passes that start to Hard Times, who springs out of that pack. She picks up, she did not pick up lead.
No, not on the Star Pass. The lead jam's going to go to Virginia. Miami Beatbox calls it off.
Saw the writing on the
Smart
wall.
move there.
Very
Get the
smart.
lead and call it off. Smart play.
Wow,
Scoreless jam.
Oh, what were we talking about? A split?
now we
Check
got
that out.
Rammy
Rammy
Lammy
on the
really-
jammer line.
Really doing a good job. I believe in
Round of
in
applause.
yoga,
She
that's
has her
called the
methods.
monkey pose. And I am very impressed.
Now she's showing
that,
off.
Rammy Lammy was able to pull
Keep
that
doing
one
it.
off
That's right.
so well.
She's a wonderful
Wearing the
athlete.
star from Massachusetts.
She should be on American Ninja Warrior.
Absolutely.
She can do the ladders with the pegs. I have seen video on Facebook, and it's amazing. So,
do that to
you know, she's a
That's
woman
like
of many
in the code
talents.
book. You can't do that to me. Hey, wait a second. We're going to use one mic, and I'm just going
Up
to pass
at the
it to
front
you
of the
while
pack,
you're laughing
we've
hysterically.
got
That's
Five
a
Penny
good
along
idea.
with Dorcas Maximus
Oh, my.
and
All right,
Kiltrosity.
listen, here we are.
I
Back
believe
with
Hook's
Blue
in there as
Roller
well.
Derby. Punch takes a seat.
Holding
She's
back
off to
47,
belly
the
box. Skate
jammer
Monster faces the
for
floor wall
Team
all by
Virginia.
herself. 3 in the back holding Rammy Lammy back there.
And that's
4
Skate
on
Monster,
3.
by the way.
Everybody looking for an opportunity, and nobody's finding it. We have a low block call coming. That one's going to go.
Oh, and it's going to be a power jam as Skate Monster's sent to the penalty box.
Mission accomplished for Team Massachusetts.
Skate Monster sitting right next to Punch.
Rammy Lammy breaking that pack.
And cheering the crowd up as she goes
Indeed.
by.
Off to the races she goes. Finds her
Apex jump.
That was beautiful.
Over for the 5-point pass.
That's what we're talking about.
Here's it from the bench. Keep it up. Keep coming.
That never loses its luster. It's still one of the best things to see in Derby.
Well, it was like Dottie Deathwish in the Maryland Maine game. She just leaps gracefully. It's fantastic. Her apex jumps are impeccable.
She spent more time in the air than she did actually on the track.
Yes, I think she has invisible wings.
Idea which way they want to go. Skate Monster finds her way back in and back.
Right before Skate Monster can get back to the pack. Called off. Closing the gap.
Well, thanks to Devastation and our instant replay, we got to watch that jump again. Check out the back side of the apex.
Oh, yes. Please hit me one more time. There we go.
Yes, more.
MOAR. More. Boom.
There she goes.
Looks like we are at halftime.
Halftime. All right, so we'll be back. It's a short halftime. About 10 minutes, we'll be back.
Execution, but also some wonderful jamming skills shown.
yeah, we're back.
We have less than a minute until the second half of Team Massachusetts taking on Team Virginia continues. Very exciting. Lots of apex jumps, lots of smiles, splits on the jammer line, and that's just Rammy Lammy.
Yeah. Don't forget to roll backwards right before the start of that jam. That was fantastic.
Yes, and actually something I did want to bring up, just because we were talking about the different things that benefit the teams that are coming here to battle the All-Stars. Rammy Lammy and Pena Colada, who skate for Team Mass, are on the Western Mass Furies. And Western Mass Roller Derby is working to become a 501c3, and they have a T-shirt campaign right now for a fundraiser. Yeah, you can get your own Fight Skate Annihilate T-shirt for $25 customized with a name and number or just a name on the back. You can get that right through their Facebook. They have the link shared, so visit Western Mass Roller Derby on Facebook.com.
Gretchen is with me, and we're going to go ahead and take you through the next 30 minutes of action. Miami Beatbox back behind the line.
That actually sounds fantastic. I want one of those shirts.
Yeah, they are pretty sweet. I've been looking, going, okay, I got to add it to my list.
Sitting here, my social media is blowing up with a bunch of people back home in Fredericksburg and Richmond.
All the shout outs and love.
Love it.
Thank you guys. We appreciate you listening, and the first live stream adventure is pretty rad.
Yeah.
Oh, and know what else is pretty rad? Some of that blocking from 5 Penny and Hook right at the front of the pack, but not rad enough to stop. I believe that's Country Jam, correct?
No,
or is that
does.
Miami Beatbox?
That's Miami Beatbox.
Ah, Miami Beatbox.
Just get by, no pass, no penalty. But,
Ooh.
Big collision there, I'll tell you
Sorry
what.
about that.
That's why roller derby, they teach the
there are moments where we get into it too as fans.
Her feet do not stop moving.
Nice job there.
That's glorious.
5 points there for Team Virginia here to open up the second half of today's bout.
Another opportunity here, comes back quick.
And it appears we have a
out.
helmet cover stash from Flying King. King was taken to the outside and to the back of the pack.
I love that name. Sorry. I just Flying King is
Flying
fantastic.
King. Well, you watch them skate, and it's incredible.
Certainly couldn't see it from here.
4 points there for Beatbox. She's also about to go for the double axe handle there. She gets through on one skate, 5 points.
Just like that.
Quite a bit of motion back at turn 4. Oh, I'm sorry, turn 3.
Against Virginia, that'll be another
Or in between 3 and 4. And Miami Beatbox breaks through once more.
Puts up another 4 points, making a 19
from the Derby Dames for the
jam.
team.
That
is Big Bangarang going to the penalty box there.
I don't remember anything past 19.
Down the pivot.
Clockwise block penalty coming. That's going to go
Is that
against.
Number 777.
That's Hook. Yeah, I was watching that because I saw the backwards block Hook gave to Miami Beatbox.
I felt that over here.
Open up the second half, and the crowd goes wild. And they did.
I think you're supposed to do that after the crowd has already gone wild.
It's all right, but I know what they're going wild for. They're going wild for all those fantastic skaters on the track. These derby skaters train hard. They pay out of their own pocket because we know this labor of love is not something we get paid to do. Although that would be real nice someday.
I would never do anything else with my life. This
derby
is the best.
goals, exactly. Derby goals.
Once in a while, you get a little sign, you get a figure.
So I think about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The whether or not someday, could Derby be something that someone is paid for in some fashion or another?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's out there.
And that was the discussion. So there you go. We actually figured this
one
out.
It's going to be a mindset shift for almost everybody in the sport. We'll talk about that more because that I think about that a lot. But geez, you lose something when that happens, and I'm afraid that what you lose is what is quintessential to Derby.
The magic. And that is Varla Guns cutting up the middle of the pack. Hit out by Machete. A quick little shoulder hit.
Nice work killing at least
Some great offense chaos from Team Massachusetts, led by R2.
Is now lead jammer in a power jam situation. This is the best situation possible to be in.
Most definitely is.
Bangerang's coming back out here.
A big bangerang.
Getting somebody else on the wall there for Virginia.
Varla Guns making Mama Guns proud at home. I know she's watching. Picking up a 5-point grand slam for Team Massachusetts.
With the star in her hand, clears the pack.
And that looks like we have a star pass to Miami Beatbox.
Varla Guns is playing with house money right now. She's going to call it off 3 more. Massachusetts puts up a big 8. More importantly,
So as you can hear, that was an 8-point jam for Varla Guns and Team Mass. Lining up as blockers, we've got Hook, Pena Colada, Dorcas Maximus, and Five Penny.
the best. Well,
Is that Rammy Lammy jamming? There's
There's the smile.
There's a towering wall of Virginia blockers
Yes, looks
right
like
in my line of sight.
Sacagawea, Raven, Speed Junkie, and I can't see the other one, but Country Jam's going to come out down to the inside,
Back to the Derby.
formerly known as the Scarlet Speedster. She's trying to get through, and good Lord.
Yeah, a little circle of death, brace wall action coming from Team Massachusetts.
Forced out on the inside line and back in play quickly. Both jammers
Sweeping Country Jam to the inside and back. Five Penny trying to force the cut. It doesn't happen.
Maximus is going to take a seat.
Lulu was the other one on the four wall there for Virginia.
Rammy Lammy's got lead jammer status and a big old
And,
smile on her face.
she just blew us a kiss.
The way of the
She's the
broadcast
best.
and keeps on rolling.
You know,
Comes up against some heavy
I can't help it. I fangirl for Team Massachusetts. It's home. Yeah, but you know what, Team Virginia, I got a heads up on them to who to watch out for, and I have to say, they have exceeded the expectation. They're pretty fantabulous.
And that's just the team that's out here right now. I do know that there's a couple that are not skating this one, but maybe tomorrow, like a certain miscalculation from 540. She's become a phenomenal jammer, so I can't wait to see how she'll fare in this.
Excellent. I know. I'm excited to see because every game doesn't necessarily field every skater.
Right.
And I know scheduling does, cause some changes in roster. But I'm looking forward to see what both teams, what all of the teams have to offer.
Oh, absolutely. I know that Team Maryland has the Mighty Isis, who we talk about all the time on our show.
Punch sneaking around the outside of the pack while Hard Times ends up at the back right as the jam is called.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, Isis couldn't be here, unfortunately, today because of family commitments, because, again, volunteer work. But she's going to be skating the next 2 days, and considering how Maryland did in that last bout, trust me, when you see Isis.
We're talking about the Mighty Isis, correct?
Absolutely, the mightiest.
Yeah.
You've seen her.
Yes, I have. Okay, I'm going to fangirl big time. If I get to call that game, that's going to be awesome, but it will require some self-restraint.
Takes the back. No back call, and
Rat Kiss is going to take the lead jammer there for Virginia. We're going to have to tell Kent that you and I need to call that one.
Yes, I think we have to have that discussion.
I'm fine with that.
All right, back to the track. Flying King not far behind, but it appears that jam is
another
called.
Massachusetts jersey going down. Eric will call that one off, but not before putting up a quick 2 points. Inside 24 minutes to play.
That was 2 points to Virginia, and their score is now my Derby number, 187. Can't say I don't approve.
That's actually why they called it off when they did. A nice shout out to the announcers.
Yeah, totally why? No, I know.
For Virginia.
All right, for Team Mass, we've got Varla Guns. She is taking on Country Jam, I believe. Oh, no, Miami Beatbox. I keep mixing them up. I'm
Well,
so
with that
sorry.
speed, well, also the height, too.
Yes.
Both of them are fast.
And Bangerang off to the penalty box. Didn't quite catch the call.
Clearing, Miami Beatbox puts up
It was a couple seasons ago that I saw Miami Beatbox playing out in Charlottesville, and she was great then, but good Lord, 2 seasons has done her well.
Beatbox once more. Varla Guns puts up
On the
4.
inside, it's going to be 4 points
Beatbox
for
with 4
Beatbox.
more.
And that's the beautiful thing, too, with having a state team. So you get the best representation of the skaters within these states. There are people who don't always play together, in the regular season. They are skating together just for the purpose of certain tournaments like State Wars or Battle of the All-Stars. And many times they're competitors. So seeing them come together and something magical happen on the track, it's just beautiful to witness.
All the way inside and then quickly back outside and did it all before coming.
That was a nice hard fall there from Guns. Thankfully, the floor is okay.
Quick transition, and again, that is just fast feet right there.
And I'm sure she's happy it was there to catch her.
Oh, yes.
Come against some heavy opposition there.
Fierce wall from Virginia.
A three-wall up front holding her in place.
Dorcas Maximus watching the pack, trying to keep a bridge going.
Bangering and lockdown, not letting her by.
Oh, that was R2 jumping in to give her some offense. Bella Brawl going down as attempting to block Miami Beatbox on that last turn.
Yeah, I think I found her mouth guard. It landed over here from that hit.
Yeah.
Back to actual derby.
You probably hear that at home too. The arena announcers did the same thing we did. The crowd did it. Everybody.
Everybody needed that one.
Right.
Big, huge scoring opportunities for both teams, and look at that, a 12-19.
You can see in the background.
You don't see that.
It's pretty far away. We have that.
19-12 at a 206-62.
Even from that far away, you can still feel it at home.
Massachusetts fighting back.
Pain-o-vision?
Great job there in that last game.
No, Bruise-o-vision.
Bruise-o-vision.
I like it.
Now we're in star for
think that's-
Massachusetts.
Who is this wearing star for Virginia? That's Skate Monster, okay.
Okay, it looks like that is Hard Times wearing the star for Team Mass, breaking through the pack behind Skate Monster. Skate Monster taken to the outside, bounces right back in.
Tries to slide around. Sweet move by Hard Times. She picks up
Got 3
three.
points for Hard
Looking
Times
the
and Team Mass.
count now on Virginia.
It appears we have a track cut. That was called on Skate Monster, so Team Mass will begin with a power
Massachusetts
jam.
gets 3 points and a power start.
Much needed
in this
here,
next
even though the score
jam.
is 65
We
to
are
208.
Big Apex
There's still
Skate
20
Shop,
minutes
Motor
left.
Skates,
That
and
didn't happen
MVP
overnight in one jam. There's more than enough time for this.
Correct, and with Ramy Lammy taking that power jam, once she fights this fierce wall,
Yeah.
we got a little help from R2.
Virginia blockers. For the time being, Massachusetts holding back. Now
Trying to throw
R2's
some
gonna
shoulders.
try to make some room.
Knocked down, still smiling, gets
That was
back up.
bouncy, bouncing Ramy Lammy out. She is right back at it. Persistence, a necessary trait in a jammer, a successful jammer.
On the rollback, she got a
Bouncy did try to go to the penalty box for that, but she had already passed the point of no return. She's going to be sent around the track.
Amazing action.
Star pass
The power
there.
jam
Skate
is
Monster.
over. Skate Monster back on the track.
You'll know Skate Monster by the epic skull she's wearing, or epic skeleton she's wearing, but also
Yes.
I'm going to assume that's the Paul Stanley from Kiss star over her eye. It is on the right one. As a Kiss fan, I'm going to say that that's what it is.
Hard hitting action in the second half, and here it comes. Bouncy did a nice job there. She was quarterback on the diamond.
And a beautiful apex jump from Ramy Lammy.
Yeah, from turn 1
She
all the way past turn 2.
She retains the lead and takes the call off before Skate Monster can get back in.
Apex jump on the inside with all those hits.
I don't have the apex shot.
Over a
However,
minute had gone by.
here's Ramy.
Lammy nails
She
the apex
has
And-
insane footwork.
boom.
Oh, and that big hit from Bouncy.
She had
Yeah.
good work by Massachusetts.
Throws the shoulder, goes up the middle, and
on the
boom.
line for the ladies in Cranberry.
And you can tell she really just enjoyed that. Because,
Punch at the
thoroughly
line.
enjoyed
Lead
being
from
spilled.
here, tough to see, but yep, there we go.
Oh, a well-timed and well-placed hit can be enjoyed.
That punch was
Okay,
gonna
back
go
to
ahead
the
and jam
track.
that last
Looks
jam
like
until they found out that their jam
we
was
have
gonna go to the
Flying
box. So here
King
we go.
breaking through on that
Flying King
inside
out
line.
first,
They
out front.
take lead. And sending one Team Virginia blocker to the penalty box.
She's going to have to come back and run through it. Lockdown's going to
That is lockdown.
Meanwhile,
Okay, it's Spank Petrell is wearing the star for Virginia. I couldn't tell because of the sea of bodies.
Yes, the bodies hitting the floor.
Flying King says enough of this, calls it off, puts 4 points on the board. That's a 4-0 run for Massachusetts, continuing to close the gap. 17:40 to
Give the
go.
music rights to play that. It was a beautiful music cue.
No, we're on YouTube, so there's really no music rights.
Yeah, we don't want flags.
And that's exactly what they
I understand.
All hail the interwebs.
All hail the glow cloud.
Virginia going
Is
against
that
Varla Guns for Massachusetts.
Kiss, I believe, wearing the star for Virginia.
Whistles blow, a little jammer v
We have
jammer action. And
Bella
now
Labral
a confusing
along
call.
with
Two different
Piltrosity
calls. Not sure
and
which one's gonna
R2
stand.
out
Doesn't
there.
make a difference. R2 will sit down.
Oh, and we also
That
have
is an
Dorcas
opportunity
Maximus.
now for Ericus, who breaks
Shetty
on
and
through
Beatbox doing
the
everything he can to
second
push her
line.
out.
One more
Windboard.
to go. Inside, outside move, trying to find
Aricus
anywhere.
having a fight
Off
against
the
Dorcas
do it.
and Bella
Battling,
along with
battling.
Kill,
Meanwhile,
stringing her to the
Varla
back of the
Guns
pack,
doing
but
some
a
work
big
up front.
hit from
Man, what a
Lockdown, I
hit.
believe. No?
Heard the whistle, don't see anybody
And
coming
it looks
down.
like
Here
we're
we go.
getting
Penalty coming. It's
Arrakis
gonna be
with
against
a
Virginia.
panty stash.
Machete will sit,
Guns does hold the lead.
evening things out for a moment. Arrakis goes ahead and
Considering how hard
Smash
Arrakis
pass.
hits, I would be surprised if anybody forgot that she was jammer.
Dorcas Maximus to the penalty box for Team Mass. Didn't catch the call. She was in the middle of all of the melee.
It's a 4-2 Massachusetts jam. Nice job there, coming in on the halfway mark of the second half.
Massachusetts putting on a push right now, all of a sudden saying, well, you know, we might as well play hardcore. And that's what they did those last couple
Hardcore doesn't play
line.
on Team
For
Mass, but she
Massachusetts.
does skate or did skate for Boston Roller Derby.
For Virginia, it is
I just had to poke a little fun.
Monster. All of a sudden, the Cranberry Crew is playing
Skate Monster throwing herself at the wall.
That is hard times jamming, by the way, in red for Team Massachusetts.
Did he just call the Team Massachusetts the Cranberry Crew?
Yes. Yes, our state food is cranberry.
Oh, I know. I know where the Ocean State
Yes. Ocean
facility
spray.
is. The
Ocean
Ocean
spray.
Spray down
Because
in
the ocean,
Lakeville.
the Ocean State is Rhode Island, and there's Ocean State job lot all over Mass
All
and
over
Rhode
Mass,
Island.
right.
Yes, but Ocean Spray.
Ocean Spray,
Yes.
that's right there on. I think it's on 18 in Lakeville.
Yes, yes, and we have all the cranberry bogs everywhere,
Everywhere.
in the South Coast and South Shore.
Speaking of Team Cranberry, their coach comes out, is calling for an official review. Segways.
Nicely done. Nicely
They work
done.
best when you call them out, I think.
They really do.
Okay. So perhaps KVD, I can give you an alias, Captain Obvious.
Oh, definitely. That's me.
I like it.
This guy.
Awesome.
I probably should thank some of our on-air sponsors that we have here. Thanks to EL Design. Do you guys know about the zebra watering hole down in the front of the? You guys know about that?
No.
Yeah.
What
see,
is this?
We've got this basket that EL Design sponsors. It's hanging out front.
Ooh, I
And,
see that now.
Yeah, and then the outside pack reps, because we found that they were leaving their bottles on our table. So we built them a basket out there, and
That's a very nice
EL
thing.
Design, yeah, sponsors that.
Way to go, EL Design.
EL Design and Imaging.com. They do all kinds of cool stuff. Graphics, vinyl graphics, apparel, uniforms. There's some teams out there with some uniforms from Everett.
You don't have to wait.
It's definitely a
too
good
much
time
longer.
of
Beer
year and a good
will
year
be
for
available
anybody who's
in
making the
less
uniforms,
than
since
2
most
hours.
everybody's changing their numbers
That's
for this
right.
Yeah,
season.
that's true.
I'm not sure if you see what's happening out on the track right now. Team Mass, they have their hands in the air. Not exactly sure why, but now they're
Waving them like they
waving
just
them.
don't care.
I know. I'm just thinking, throw your hands in the air and wave them like it just don't care. Yeah, I just did that. I won't break into Outcast lyrics. No,
Do it.
I was tempted.
Buckspot Derby dolls so much. And we all are so appreciative.
I'm
But
not
yes,
sure.
I think that they are channeling all of their sparkly unicorn team mass powers. That's what they're doing. They're bonding as a team right now. It's a team building exercise.
It's either that or they're trying to form Voltron. I'm not sure what's going on.
I hope it's Voltron, but I hope it's not the car one.
Well, you
No.
know,
Lion Force.
Voltron's magical, right? It works.
Absolutely.
Quite frankly, I feel kind of.
We'll have to ask them later, and we'll report back.
We will.
That theme is now stuck in my head. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a thing.
You're helping out the organizers of this tournament, and then you can drink all the free beer you want.
Oh, there. Now
Shots
that's Derby.
or chugs? Cups.
See, I like it.
It's your choice.
Bringing it
Here's the
all
part that I don't
together.
understand. As the
This is the
synchronized
spirit of
team
Derby,
swimming event
friends.
goes on middle of the track there. That's adorable. I have a problem though.
Yeah, you don't see that in
have an issue.
hockey.
No.
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 You
See,
just
we
said
have
not
the
3
unique
times,
Derby
not 4
love,
times,
and that
but
right
5
there was a
times
demonstration
the
of Derby
words
love.
Free beer, and I didn't
And
hear
I guess free
anybody
beer
in
is
the
also
audience
Derby
say,
love. That's
"Hell yeah."
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's
Seriously?
a really
Hang on a
awesome
second.
thing about the
Yo,
free beer is that
that's
you
Southern
get
for
small
yous.
cups of free beer,
Free beer.
but there's a fantastic 20-ounce cup
I know you're here.
that is available for sale. I'm not sure how much. We'll look into that and report back for everyone here at the venue. You can purchase a nice large cup that you get lots of free beer in. So you support the host league.
Jam,
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Massachusetts with a 4-3 pack advantage.
So you might want
and
to
a
start
little
thinking.
bit of wrong momentum
You know,
right now.
are you mulling around the MVP in your head?
There are a few
Yeah.
candidates.
Country Jam skipping a jump on the outside, breaks through.
Bucks that last minute shot from Massachusetts.
Rami Lemmy working through that Virginia defense. She ducks low and gets around them.
All kinds of speed right now. Rami Levy
Big
chasing
hits out
race
there on
around
the track. Seeing
Country Jam,
Kiltrosity
here's a
go
revenge. Call it,
out.
call it. She does, but I'm not sure. Was it in time?
Not to worry, she gets
3
right back
points
up.
going up for Country Jam, and it was indeed. That's a shutout for Massachusetts, so she did call it
And
off,
I know
but
we
I'm
mentioned
talking
the
about
host league
just
is
in the
selling
nick
an
of time.
excellent 20-ounce
Good job
cup
there
to
to
drink the
finish
free
that
beer
one
in.
out.
If you were not aware, it's the Bucksmont Roller Derby Dolls out of Hatfield, Pennsylvania, who are hosting us for the Battle of the All-Stars. So thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Miami Beatbox.
So just to give you a quick heads up on what's coming up next, 5 o'clock, Ohio versus New York, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. But now we have more Derby.
Elsie tried to put that in
That was
on
really
couldn't
more.
quite
That was
get
my
it in.
benefit because I forgot
King
what the
takes
next
lead
game
camera
was, so
status.
I needed to
Miami
look.
Beatbox
You said it was going to be quick,
nothing
and it was
but
quick. It was perfect.
chase.
A man of your word.
And as you may have heard Pastor Mike say, or Gretchen, that it's Flying King for Team Massachusetts who takes the lead jammer, calls it off right before the Virginia jammer can pick up any points.
But thankfully, Miami Beatbox was safe.
Yes.
Safe at second base.
Hey, she came off the track smiling. That's a good sign.
It's true.
Fourth line kick.
It was a good slide, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Give her credit.
Ball of guns to the line.
So the one person I can tell who's on our line
And number
is T-Rex
95,
your face for Virginia.
Machete.
I adore that name, by the way. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
T-Rex your face.
And looks like Raven, Skate Monster, and I can't tell who the other person is, but they're going to hit right there. Knock her
Wow.
out and force her
We
all the way
have
back.
Machete right on the back of R2. Five Penny doing her part to help out, but Machete breaks through. Oh, or should I say she sliced.
Virginia pushing
I apologize. Bad
I have a
puns.
very important announcement to make, Gretchen.
No, I think you're very punny. We're good.
Ah.
Free beer is flowing now. There you go. Free beer
5 points
begins.
up there for Virginia.
5-point pass for Machete.
Just over 12 and a half minutes left here in this bout.
It appears that Varlagans has stashed the helmet cover, whether as a tactic to break through the pack for an additional chance to score. Oh, and grabbing a hit from Machete as she makes her way through.
Boy, she puts up 4. No, that's 5. Varla Guns in pursuit. Machete hits her hips right as
And
she
right in
hits
front
the
of our
back of the
table,
net.
both jammers going out.
and getting up and hugging and smiling.
Yes. Well, Varla Guns gave Machete a hand getting up, so it's nice.
Meanwhile, we need to pull those sheet cushions out of our butt cracks.
Excuse me, I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know what you're talking about. But I will say thanks to Nerd Derby because the cushions on these chairs are memory foam. They're pretty sweet.
That's pretty nice, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. After you sit in a metal chair for 16 hours a day, you think, hey, wait a second.
Wise choice. A nice big hit from Dorcas Maximus and crew. Not enough to hold our Black Jammer.
So we spank out there one more time.
And we have a star pass. That goes from Hard Times to Bella LeBrawl.
I think I've seen more star passes in this one bout than I've seen in the 2 years I've called so far. So they've been used quite a bit and correctly.
Yes. Use them wisely. And Punch called that off before Bella could hit the back of the pack.
Virginia continues to push their
Rat Kiss wearing the star for Virginia. And it's everybody's favorite smiling face wearing the star for Team Cranberry.
Ready to jam for Massachusetts.
Yes, of course. The one, the only, Remy Lammy. And she's accompanied by Pena Colada, one of her Fury's teammates, right off the line. And she makes it around on the outside, snagging lead. About a good quarter lap ahead of her opposition. And that's Arrakis.
But a long way to go and a short time to get there. That's going to be one of those hit it and quit it kind of opportunities.
Arrakis almost taking out of the ref, too.
You see some high fives from Pena Colada and Kiltrosity. Glad that Arrakis did not make it past.
Stop the clock and keep on rolling. 10 minutes to play. 2:25:83.
Mighty Beatbox throwing the pivot helmet cover, sorry.
Well, it's that last minute, oh no, the pivot's in the box. You have to make sure that you don't have that on your head.
Yep.
Avoid the penalties, especially silly ones.
Despite the penalties we've seen, this has not really been a very penalty-heavy bout.
Exactly. Both teams are extremely cognizant of penalties.
That was the pivot. It was Country Jam.
Pivot stripe, and then Hook says, "None shall pass."
I think it might be, the first or second one for her at this bout.
We have Hook, Crew, Dorcas, and Bella doing their part to hold back Big Bangerang.
Raven, Lilu, Country, and someone else, but I can't see the number, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. Oh, Miami Beatbox. Track cut. This is going to be Power Jam with lead jam status for Team Virginia. Big Bangerang.
I was looking at War of Attrition in the dictionary, and I saw a video of that last play.
Juliette Lewis and Bella LeBrawl doing their best to extend things out at the front of the pack and hold back Big Bangerang, but they can only hold her for so long.
And Country heading back to what we used to call the Country Jam Memorial Penalty Box.
So in this case, because it's no longer titled that means she's made great progress.
That is true. That is very true.
Kudos to Country Jam.
We'll be looking for more. OPAC right now, the Power Jam is over.
Juliette Lewis able to string Big Bangerang to the back of the pack. Flying King knocked to the outside and strung back.
I thought Flying King had that one. That was close.
Yeah, it looks like Hook's off to the box for Team Massachusetts.
Calls off the jam again. Next
T-Rex, Skate Monster, Sacagawea.
New York.
All right.
Almost got all of them off the line.
So we'll talk a little bit more about it with a little bit more time than what I gave it last.
Hey, what's next?
What's next? Ohio, New York at 4 o'clock.
Yes.
North Carolina versus Pennsylvania. New Jersey versus Maine. I think that's going to be a pretty good matchup.
Oh, yeah.
And West Virginia versus the loser of number 4. So whoever loses right now will play West Virginia.
Free wall in the front for Massachusetts versus
yes, that's the 8 a.m. bout.
Free wall in the back for Virginia.
Considering I will probably be calling all of Virginia's for this weekend. Please win for me.
That's exciting. And that was Machete making her way past Kill and R2 and Five Penny in order to pick up lead jam.
Virginia's blockers doing a nice job forcing Varla Guns back again. In the meanwhile,
Just year over year, we're seeing some growth here from Team Virginia. I mean, they went from 7th to 5th last year. It looks like they've got some good chance of going a pretty good distance in this one.
Good to see that, I'll tell you. Look for a second like Five Penny was going to have a tough time getting back up, but jumps in and she's going to be
Power
all
Jam.
right. Machete taking her way
And
to the
Varla Guns and Team Massachusetts have a great opportunity to turn things around, pick up a few more points.
To start putting a little bit of a hit, a dent into this.
It's always a benefit to the
Virginia
opposing
lead.
jammer in the box.
Both teams with 5 so far for this pass.
Team Virginia's blockers say otherwise, though.
Massachusetts looking at this situation right now, saying, okay, we're
Getting
really
some
hard
fierce
to
who shall not
play
pass
every game,
face.
so they certainly want to stay positive.
Speed Junkie not happy about that
Realistic
call.
goal right now is to get up over
But who really is when you have to go to the penalty box?
T-Rex Shafice and Skate Monster doing their part to hold back Guns. She just keeps pushing.
For the Massachusetts All-Stars. Power Jam is over. Machete.
Machete, it wasn't an apex jump. It was almost. It was a jump right through. I think she actually phased through the wall.
Psycho taking Guns to the inside. It appears that we have a clockwise block called on 419 Kiltrosity.
She's giving it her all.
My favorite Chunky back on the track.
I don't know that we've had any other penalties from Kiltrosity.
No, this is Kill's first trip to the penalty box tonight, so it's a very nice, clean game for her.
The little thumb wiggle says, give me the 5, so it's a 13-10 Virginia Jam. 5
Rackus
minutes.
wearing the star.
5 minutes.
Spanks out there as the pivot.
5
We've
minutes
got
to fresh, you're on.
a skater who's not on my roster.
Rackus back behind us, right joined there.
I'm sorry, who are we looking for?
I don't know.
Hard times
Number
ready to be battled,
82?
and the battle ensues.
No, Lapper. Okay, so that's Lapper. Lockdown is out there as well. Okay, there we go. Now I know what my wall is.
Excellent. I know, sometimes we have several lists. Hard Times is wearing the Jammer Star for Team Massachusetts. She hails from Boston Roller Derby.
Not make the hit. Hard Times out and through. Rackus with a track cut on that jump. She thought she had it.
She's calling for chaos from her blockers, and it's working out so far.
Just a little bit now. Hard Times on the Power Jam.
Kiltrosity returns from the box, giving a full line of blockers to Team
I
Massachusetts.
see Hard Times. I think Boston. Massachusetts looking to go up over 100 right here. And 40-ounce bounce has something to say.
Just over
about
4
that.
minutes left here.
Long with spank, punch her out.
Showing no signs of giving up here from Team Mass.
And a sweet one-legged turn from Hard Times gets her around Bouncy. Not an easy task.
She's going to have to sit for another 30 seconds. 5
Lindborg
more
out there
on the board.
alongside
This is
Bouncy.
working very nicely right now. for
Trying to hold down the fort, but Hard Times gets
Massachusetts
through.
and Hard Times putting
That was
the
thanks
points
in
up
part
in
to
a
that
hurry.
nice lean she had on the opposing
Massachusetts
blocker.
content to play the passive offense. Now they get
Pena Colada
involved a
attempts
little more
breaking up that 2-wall.
Pena Colada,
Gets bounced by Bouncy,
doing nice work.
but Team Mass's offense jumps right in to help out their jammer. Power Jam no
Great
more.
opportunity there and really, really doing great work.
Great
20
use
big
of the
points
Power
for
Jam
Hard
there
Times
as they
already,
close the
and
spread
almost double
substantially
penalty
right there.
During the Rackus double penalty. The track cut and then the insubordination call immediately after. Points. Very, very quick. Eric is coming back out to put him up.
And
So
the
grab
ball
it
try, we
for
have
there.
Lilu, Big
But that's
Bangarang,
nothing
Miami
compared to the
Beatbox.
24 points
It's gonna be
Hard
Country
Times
Jam
just put
wearing
up.
the star.
I believe that is the largest jam of the day.
And we
so
still got
far.
Betty
24
Lockdown
big points,
in the
and
penalty
crowd
box.
Goes
And-
ape.
As you can hear Pastor Mike in the background talking about the huge jam that Hard Times and Team Massachusetts just experienced. 24 points. Best jam thus
Speaking
far.
of ape, I'm going ape wild for this next jam. Country Jam versus Lammy for Massachusetts.
Two jammers here are great on speed, also great at finding a hole out of nowhere and getting through. Good Lord.
Dorcas Hook and R2 doing what they can to sweep out and hold that Country Jam. It's no simple task.
Attempted apex jump there. Unfortunately did not get it for Ramy Lamy. We finally in turn 3 establish a lead jammer. Looks like the coach is telling her to keep going. Run the clock out with a minute 46 left on the play clock. A minute 16 now left on the jam clock.
Everybody comes to a dead stop right there, coming into turn number 3. Pushing, shoving, but
Ramy Lamy pushing up against that wall of Virginia blockers.
I think at this
Quite
point,
the formidable wall of butts.
Just tick, 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 tick.
I gotta say, if we're gonna have a jam that's gonna end this bout, this is the one. These two.
And another opportunity is she very
Yes,
quickly
Country
finds
and
herself
Lamy,
right back in the engagement
quite the
zone. She's
matchup.
got another opportunity, pushing and shoving, 2 to beat
Not to
there
mention just
for
some
the 3 now,
fantastic
2
blocking from both teams.
and 1. Great job by Massachusetts.
Constant recycling
blockers,
from
bringing
Mass.
1 and then another every single time Country Jam thought
Like
she
I
was
said,
able
any
to get out of that
set of
match.
blockers that can
She
corral the
just got
Country Jam
another
goat.
red jersey.
It
They're
does appear
fantastic.
Couldn't go anywhere.
we have a cut track penalty
But
for
I'll tell
Ramy
you what, a
Lamy.
good job of holding her in, about 10 or 12
Power jam for
seconds
Country Jam,
worth of
then.
time there to
Indeed,
get
she
off
still
the
has
clock.
that
While Country
helmet
Jam
cover
is
in
looking to
hand
find her
as she
way
sits
through
down.
and put those points on the board. Got them now, 15 points at this point. And she's going to call off that jam right there. So there you have it. 15 more points for Virginia. If we get one more in.
Let's see what Team Zebra says about that.
Well, if we do,
Both teams are ready in that event.
Yeah. And thankfully, in this next one, you'll hear my voice in the speaker in the background. The last one, you got to hear her voice in the background. It's a nice power hour from the two of us for 3 full solid bouts.
You can't get enough.
It's true.
do have one more.
The fans at home have said it. Look at everybody on the stream right there.
Yeah.
And we are getting one more. It's going to be Machete
Knocked down by Bella LeBron.
versus Ramy Lamy. Another great matchup to end this bout.
Bins the
It appears there was an
Massachusetts
out-of-play penalty assessed to Pena Colada.
R2 rejoins the action, scoring position now for Machete.
Machete just
And that's
tiptoed
a
right on the inside line.
5 points. Power jam over Ramy Lamy. Back on the track for Massachusetts.
An attempt from Bella LeBron to sweep Machete to the inside
Virginia.
to no avail.
Certainly playing with house money now as the period clock has
Machete
expired.
pushing R2 out. Trying to get
A
by.
little,
And she does all the way out in turn
both
3.
clocks are almost identical. The whistle blows to start the jam.
Coach
As
says
the
keep going,
official
Machete.
final scoreboard pops up.
She gives
Gives
him
him
the
the
face that
raspberry.
says,
Everything is good. We're still
okay.
rolling, but they count to 0 out the period
But I has
clock.
a
They've done
tired.
that.
And a penalty,
City's
apparently.
gonna come
He may
off.
has a tired,
Power
but we
jam
need the points.
opportunity now. Skate Monster will come off. No sight of a call, but she did exit
That
the
does
track, so
leave
clearly
Team
what was made, we
Massachusetts
just didn't
with
hear
the
it or
power
see
jam.
it. Meanwhile,
Bouncy putting
Lamy
herself right in the way of
doing
Ramy
what she
Lamy.
can.
And we
Force
do
her
have
way
a star
through.
pass from Ramy Lamy to
Star
Bella
pass
LeBron.
opportunity. That one's going to go off. Bella has
So a little
opportunity
fun fact,
now.
we know that Bella LeBron represents Pioneer
Racer
Valley
trying to
Roller
get
Derby.
back into that
She
engagement
skates
zone.
as one of the Western Mass Destruction, and I believe on the United Front as well.
Back
And
home, they gotta let her go,
Ramy
but
Lamy
that's gonna be
started
a
out with
very, very,
Pioneer
very
Valley
timely
Roller
penalty, I
Derby.
believe,
So
on
there's some
nice.
interleague mingling, yes.
failure to reform penalty. There's what it's going to be on T-Rex. And that jam's
So
gonna
much
come
happened
to
right
a
there,
close,
but that
and
is
this
going
game
to
will
be
come
the
to a
end.
close in
Unofficial
style.
score,
How about that? Listen,
because we don't have the official one yet,
if you
is
love
285 for
roller derby,
Virginia,
you love that
120 for
game.
Massachusetts.
Virginia comes
So
in
we will see
as the number
Virginia
5 seed,
move ahead to
upsets
play
the number
either.
4 seed Massachusetts. The unofficial final 285. to
Virginia will move
120
ahead to play
after a
either
14-3
North Carolina or
final jam.
Pennsylvania.
We'll finalize that in a minute, but that,
And Massachusetts will drop down
by virtue of that
to
win, that
play
puts
against West Virginia in
on
game number
to
8.
face
Well, good. Hopefully that Virginia game is in the
North
afternoon.
Carolina versus Pennsylvania in game number 13.
Because part of the Derby experience is the after party, and I know that's going to happen tonight, especially because they won. If you haven't experienced an after party with whatever local league you have, because I know a lot of people do go, and then there's some people who just don't get it. It's part of the experience. Go, you get to actually get to know these athletes. And again, I've said before, my life has changed completely by getting to know these ladies. You should get that experience too.
Well, I'd also like to say that in Derby, we bring the party wherever we go. So we bring the after party, and somebody always has to win it. So even if you don't win the game, you can always win the after party.
Absolutely.
And just a quick mention, tonight's after party is at Rock and Rebel Saloon and Grill in Hatfield, PA at 1903 Bethlehem Pike, if you choose to join us.
Just down the street, actually. You pass it on your way here.
Conveniently located.
So if you're watching at home, leave now and head here. You can still listen to the stream on the way.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. All right. We're going to close this stream then, and we'll be back in about 30 minutes for our next game, which will be who is our next game? We just had it on there.
Ohio and New York.
I should know. I'm calling the arena, and I can't.
Ohio and New York.
Ohio and New York. Fantastic game coming up. All right. Thank you very much for listening in.
Thanks for having us, Chad.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.